Hey, how's it going? This is Todd Cahill, and first of all, I want to just thank you for watching this video, and also thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And I want to just, bring some videos that add value to you. And most of you that watch this are probably in the industry of relationship marketing or network marketing. And you probably pose the question to yourself, how do I develop, first of all, myself as a leader, and how do I develop an organization of leaders upon leaders upon leaders where everything is just multiplying and everything is great? Well, I've read many books on leadership, and one of my top 3 books, I want to give them to you, is number 1, Developing the Leader Within You, Developing the Leaders Around You, and the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And what I want to talk specifically today about is the 5 M's of turning producers into reproducers. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about, and I want to go through the 5 M's real briefly today on this video. And I'm hoping that you listen to it and you actually apply it. And as the next day happens, whenever the next time you're working with your organization, you can start to see immediate results, because you understand now not only do you have to help yourself become a more effective leader, but you now have the keys to helping you change the game of your organization, change that momentum, if you will, and develop leaders around you. So first and foremost, I heard many times, John C. Maxwell always quotes this: everything rises and falls on leadership. And I'm in the industry of relationship marketing. I've been in the industry for 9 years, and it's great. I mean, it's an awesome company that I work with now, Nurium International. And whether you're in Nurium or not, whether you're in any other company, I think this obviously applies to all of us. Is we want to build large organizations. The only way to get wealthy and the only way to really have the lifestyle and financial freedom is you got to have a big team. You got to have a big old team, and you know what? It's also how many producers can now reproduce themselves and turn into reproducers and develop leaders. So I want to talk about this. And leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And if you become a great leader yourself, if you really understand leadership and master it, and leaders are readers and read every single day and constantly study the greats, study the best people in your organization, and study the best people in your company, and emulate what they're doing and why they're having success, and of course yourself and just your own strengths, and stop focusing on your weaknesses, but just focus on your strengths and how to become better, then I think you're going to start to become the model. And that's the first M of the 5 M's. And again, this is from John C. Maxwell, but I do want to apply it to what really we do here in relationship marketing. Now, the first M is model. Now, I like this because this doesn't mean you have to be a superstar model, a great-looking person. But what it does mean is you got to be a model of someone to look at and say, I want to be like him or her. And what that means is, are you at the events? I'm going to give you a couple examples of what we have in relationship marketing. For instance, tools and events. We have a lot of events. Our company has market meetings once a week, wine and cheese parties, anytime, anywhere, any place, and also super regionals every single month. We also have conventions and bashes and all this stuff, and all network marketing companies have events. I mean, you can't just do it online all day long, 24/7. So you have events, so you show up. So one of the things that I've learned early in my career is, instead of being a tour guide, okay, or instead of being a travel agent, I want to be a tour guide, okay? So what is a travel agent? Well, a travel agent is like if you want to go to the Bahamas, and you go to a travel agent and you ask them, well, how's the Bahamas? Tell me all about it. They give you a brochure. They tell you even about the Atlantis, and you should go there, and everything is just wonderful, and you're going to have the time of your life. And then you turn around and ask that travel agent, have you ever been to the Bahamas? Have you ever really had that experience at the Atlantis Resort? And they say, well, of course not. I'm just a travel agent. I don't make a lot of money. I can't go to these trips. Well, that would be kind of foolish to listen to the advice of a travel agent. But here in this industry, we want to be tour guides. We want to be tour guides for our people, that we are modeling after someone, whether it's your upline or the CEO or the leadership of your company. You want to have a model, okay, that you're following. You want to be an apprentice, if you will. But for you, you want to be the best model possible for your organization to get excited to want to follow. And I think that is a huge hiccup that most people are just, they struggle to understand, is if you choose not to show up, very simple. I mean, this is simple stuff, folks. If you choose not to show up to the events, you're not going to have a team. That's simple. If you choose not to show up or get on the conference calls or do 3-way calls or promote or get to the events, you're never going to have a team, and you're never going to have any success. But if you have that burning desire, like I did 9 years ago and still do today, to be successful, to be the best, I'm very competitive, and I want to be the best that I can be. I can't always be the best ever, and I don't want that, but I just want to be the best that I can be. I have to be the best model. I have to look in the mirror myself and ask the question, how am I leading myself? Am I effectively leading myself on a daily basis? And believe me, the biggest challenge you're going to have is not your downline. It's you. You are the biggest challenge. It's the excuses that we make up. It's the reasons for not doing something. It's the daily choices that we make, whether they make or break us. Okay, it's the what we think we should do compared to what we should do. It's, oh well, I don't feel like it. Well, there's going to be a lot of times that you don't feel like talking to a prospect. There's going to be many times you don't feel like, maybe going to someone's home that you don't know to have a real result party or whatever it is. Maybe you don't feel like taking three-way calls or whatever because you're maybe this reason or that reason. But the feeling, it's not about the feeling. It's about your commitment and how you're modeling and how you really want to become a leader in this business. And believe me, it's not easy. Nothing in life is easy. If it's easy, I've heard it should be sleazy. If it's easy, it's sleazy. So here's the deal. You've got to be the tour guide. You've got to take your organization on you're navigating who they want to be and what they want to become. You are that person. Okay, they're watching you. Everyone's watching you. So the first M is model. Okay, the second thing is mentor. Now the second M, you've got to be a great mentor. See, you've got to first of all come to the table as a follower. You never can be a mentor and a great model if you don't, recognize it. You've got to be a great follower. But when you get to the point where you now have followers following you, you now can turn around and mentor them, kind of slow down and speed up, to mentor these people and to teach them how to be a great model like you were and mentor them. And it's incredible when that happens because the third M is going to be monitor. See, once you mentor and have the capacity and the competence and you have the experience now, and nobody wants to follow someone that's not competent. Nobody wants to follow somebody that's not modeling. Go and learn knowledge, activity, knowledge, and then learn knowledge, activity, knowledge. Reading the book, applying it, going to the events, applying what they learn in recruiting, and of course, mentoring your team to do the same thing. And then the third thing is monitoring. What does that mean? Well, in our business, we have what's called inspecting what you expect. And what does that mean? Inspecting what you expect means the producers you have currently in your organization, are you printing out the reports? Are you following up? See, most of the people that I've recruited personally over the past 9 years, some of them have, but most have not been truly the biggest leaders I've ever worked with. Usually the best leaders that I've worked with come from a personal recruiter, recruit somebody who, bam, falls on solid ground, and I taproot. I work their top 10 list. I'm working through people. That's called network marketing, networking through people. And because I'm a good model and I'm a good mentor, I'm monitoring the success and the potential of a size of our organization. How do I get people like me? How do I get people like you? It's very simple. I'm looking for it. I'm on a treasure hunt every day. I'm digging. If you're digging for the treasure, again, you're digging. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. You're not going to find some great people right away, or at least most people don't. You're going to have to monitor exactly who the producers are and obviously get them on that path of being a model themselves and also mentoring them. Now, the fourth M is going to be I motivate. Now, we can't really motivate people. It comes from within, inside. Each person is motivated by different reasons, and we have to meet people where they're at. It's so important you understand that because everyone's different. Not everyone's going to be the same. Of course, that would be a very boring world to live in. But everyone's different, and we have to really meet people where they're at. And by you motivating, what that means, you've got to be a motivated person. You can't be someone that is wishy-washy, or one day you're just, all right, let's go attack the hill, and then the next day you're like, oh, I just want to stay in bed. Now, I'm sure you feel like that, like I've done many, many times, but see, through YouTube clips and motivating things like this could be a motivating thing for you watching this YouTube clip. You could be going to YouTube and putting in John Maxwell or motivating videos or whatever it is, motivational, and you watch it and you get excited. I mean, before I work out and hit the gym, maybe I put in, a boxing clip, or, maybe Michael Jordan, in the top 10 dunks, and then I'll go play basketball. So I'm motivated, if I see something, and everyone needs the motivation. So you want to motivate your organization by being that model, by being a phenomenal mentor, by monitoring and not missing anybody, not leaving anyone behind, and just being that motivational force that everyone really wants to follow. And someone says, I want to be like him or her. Now, the last thing is multiplication. Now, if you take these 5 M's and you apply them, what's going to happen is laws of multiplication. See, momentum, a lot of times I've heard this, and I kind of cringe when I hear it. Momentum is hard to get and easy to lose. Well, I don't agree with that. See, I think momentum is easy to get and easy not to lose if you follow these 5 M's of turning producers into reproducers. What do I mean by that? Is momentum can happen right now. You can watch this YouTube video right now with me. You can go out there. You can create a buzz. You can just be that model. You can just, show up. You can get on the calls. You can go to your back office. You can watch the videos. You can get on the conference call replay number. You can, book your party. You can, make sure that this week you bring guests to your market meeting in your local marketplace. You can read 10 pages of a day. Right now, you can go pick up the 21 Laws of Leadership and read the first 10 pages, or whatever it is. You can spark the momentum, but you got to maintain it, and there's got to be a commitment that you're going to be here 12 months from now. This isn't just I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to be a leader for 2 days. If I'm not wealthy and a millionaire in 2 days, then I'm not going to do any of this leadership. Mumbo jumbo. Okay. This is a process, and you have to be willing to pay the price and willing to sacrifice in the back end so that you can pay now and play later. Or like most people, they're going to play now and they're going to pay the price. You always pay the price. Always. There's not anyone that's watching this clip right now that's not going to have to pay the price. But I wanted to pay the price early in my career, early in my age, where I had a young family, and when I started paying the price 9 years ago, I didn't even have a family. Where when I do have, which my daughter's 6 and my son is 4, and I have a newborn who's about 8 or 9 weeks, I don't have to as much pay the price because we already have assets coming into our household, whether we work or not, and we build organizations in the thousands, even with Nurium International right now, just in 9 months. So we've paid the price. We continue to pay the price. Don't get me wrong. The sacrifice is high, especially in leadership, but let me tell you the reward. The reward is not just the financial. The reward is you're going to take people that have no, let's say, confidence, or maybe they lack self-confidence, or they don't have any experience in this industry. You're going to see them literally in front of your eyes if you follow these 5 M's of turning producers into reproducers, and you're going to watch them become producers and become reproducers and explode, and sometimes getting yourself out of the way is the key essential ingredient to becoming a great leader. I've seen leaders that want to control everything, and they don't want anyone, it's all about them. But you actually lose power by that way of thinking, or that form of thinking, because for me, I just want to empower people where I can walk away. Does that make sense? I want to get myself out of the way and let them go past me. And a lot of people say, no, I'm the leader. No one will go past me ever. And if someone's more talented than you, someone's even smarter than you, has more capacity to lead, and a lot of times people say no, and that holds everything down. So if you're in leadership, please, the ego, edging God out, whatever you want to call it, you get rid of that, you humble yourself, become just a master educating yourself on leadership, and just everything rises and falls on it. Everything that you do, every decision that you make, every choice, it all evolves. Now, are we going to be perfect? Absolutely not. But for me, those 5 things, I need to strive to become the best possible model, mentor, monitoring, and then motivating, and of course, multiplying. And that's where success really is. See, success isn't success without successors, and we're here to develop leaders. Hundreds and hundreds and even thousands. My vision is to help over 100 people make over 6 figures a year. And Nurium International, on a side note, is the only place that I can see right now that you can actually do that in, because people have already done it, or are close to doing it, I should say. So folks, this is the best thing ever, is just understanding leadership. Read every leadership book you can, study it, practice it, apply it, and lead your organization the right way, with integrity and with ethics, and just with a positive attitude. I can take someone with a positive attitude, mentor them, be the best model for them, and they can be the best model for their team with that positive attitude. So hopefully this helped. Definitely feel free to get this video out to anyone on your team to maybe understand, or at least get that hunger to want more and more and more of this information and leadership, so that they can be the best they possibly can be and reach their potential here in the industry and be very, very successful. Thanks so much, and have a great day.